Hello everybody, Cressup here. Welcome adventurers. Welcome to my first impressions of the Darkest Files. And this is a series where I'm just going to be looking at about 20 to 30 minutes of a new game, relatively new game, and just giving my first impressions of it and seeing what you guys think about it as well. Just exploring kind of new games and new indie games basically. So yeah, this is called The Darkest Files. I caught this one at Gamescom and it looked really interesting. It's basically about people who try and... just let this music build a little bit. It's basically about people who try and bring war criminals to justice in the 50s from Germany, basically. Have I explained that very well? I think I have. You're a prosecutor and you're trying to bring previous Nazis to justice using the justice system. And it's by Paintbucket Games. It came out in March 2025. So let me look. We're on the menu here. We got our subtitles. I'm going to say medium, maybe. We can change that if we need. So yeah, let's get cracking with this. Your save, please. Okay, so there's... Interesting. Okay, different modes. Story mode is most for players who want to experience the story of the game without great challenges. I love that they've got... Ooh, custom is interesting. Investigate mode for players who want to solve puzzles and prefer a more challenging experience. Well, I kind of think I want to do that, but I'm just going to look at custom and see what that is. That's cool that there's a mixture. What to choose, present evidence. You can adjust whether choosing the correct document's enough to prove your point or you want to be more specific. Interesting. I might drop this sound just a little bit once we get into it. I'm going to just go for the puzzle setting though, because that's, I feel like, what I'm interested in. Can I just click this and then it chooses it? Or can I, oh, I can still? Okay, fine. I'm just going to, I don't really understand this though, because I've not played the game. So I'm just going to say start game and we'll decide. The events in our game are based on true crimes committed during the Nazi era and were investigated in the young Federal Republic of Germany. With the exception of Fritz Bauer, the names of all those involved have been changed. Any similarities with existing persons of the same name are purely coincidental.
Frankfurt, West Germany, 1956. 11 years after the end of World War II, many crimes of the Nazi era still go unpunished. The perpetrators of these crimes are walking free. Many judges, prosecutors, and police officers have already served under the Nazis. Now they have no interest in prosecuting their former comrades for actions similar to their own. For the victims of these crimes, this is unbearable. To end this, Attorney General Fritz Bauer establishes a special unit of young prosecutors with no ties to the old regime. I am Esther Katz. I am one of these prosecutors. We are investigating Nazi crimes and bringing perpetrators to justice. Not to avenge, not to heal, but to show that there are laws that apply to all. It doesn't make us popular. Most want to forget. Some want us to shut up. But they cannot stop us. Nothing belongs to the past. Everything is still present and can become the future again.
Oof. What a great intro. All right. Part 1, The Insurgent. Fritz Bauer was a public opponent of the Nazis. Oh, that's gone. A new job, 11th September 1956.
First day.
Oh, okay.
You've got this, Katz.
Love the look of this. Love the style. Now, I am left-handed, so I always need to change the controls from WASD. Sometimes they don't let you do it, though. Can I? Sometimes they don't give you the binds and you have to do WASD. Where, all this accessibility things, guys. And where's the stuff? I suppose I could do one-handed mode. They can toggle. Right, let's try that. I mean, I don't need to be one-handed. I just want to be able to use my... okay. But do I still have to... Right, I still have to use WASD, so that's not really... I just want to be able to use the forward and backward keys. Oh, and it makes me sad when you're not allowed to change the keybinds. Maybe I've missed something here, but anyway.
No point in waiting. I'm not here for an appointment. Not where I'd expect to find this office, to be honest. But it's a nice corner of Frankfurt nonetheless.
Sorry, Esther. I'm just going to also up your sound because you're... Oh, I can't, it appears. The music was quite loud, but she was not. But apparently it's all at 100%, so I can up it on the stream at least, and I'll do that a little bit. There we go.
Should try the coffee at Café Selten sometime.
Zip.
Very good things.
Right, anyway, we ain't got time for this. Let's go up.
Hello? Anybody here? Not much of a welcome party.
H. Use left click E. Look here, a highlighted object. Interact with it. Require an interaction. Available for interactions. Right, so Y is like kitchen.
The door is locked.
Anybody in? Catholic Day of Leave. A bonus for the jackpot. The Kuril dispute. Japan continues its peace treaty negotiation with the Soviet Union. The German army will be supplied with American equipment for the years 1957-1960. Right. It just looks great, doesn't it? I love this art style. Conference room. I don't think that's where I'm going. Oh, this is me. Hello.
Now, where have I...
Good morning.
Oh, hello. Good morning. Sorry I didn't hear you enter. You must be Miss Katz, right?
Esther Katz, yes, that would be me. And you are?
Paula. Paula Fischer. Hello. I'm a legal assistant here for Mr. Bauer's team. Well, the legal assistant. We're a bit understaffed at the moment.
What is her accent? It's got an interesting twang to it. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Paula.
Oh, it's my pleasure, believe me. I've brought you this week's newspaper and a letter that arrived for you. Anyway, I should probably be going. I'll be at my desk if you need anything. You'll find me. Or through the intercom. We just had the whole system installed. It made my life so much easier.
When will Dr. Bauer arrive?
When can I expect to meet Dr. Bauer?
Mr. Bauer wants to talk with you once you've acclimatized. His words, not mine. He should be arriving soon for that matter, so should the rest of the team.
I see. Very well then, thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you on our team, Miss Katz.
All right then. First encounter, check. Time for me to settle in.
Kind of had an Australian twang, that accent, but I don't think it was supposed to. I'm not sure. It was an unusual accent, I can say that much.
Look at that. Written evidence of all those sleepless nights. And the ton of coffee. But here I am.
Trainee.
I finally made it. Pretty sure it was all worth it.
Oh, we're definitely showing a transcript of this. My dear daughter, my heartfelt congratulations on your promotion. Being a state attorney at the age of 28, that's no small feat. You achieved this on your own through diligence and brilliance of mind. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Though it is a great honour to work for the Attorney General directly, Dr. Bauer's not always easy to work with, I hear, but people are saying a lot of good things about him, so please don't let me spook. Don't let me spook you. I wish you all the best for your new position. No father's ever been proud of his daughter. With love, your father. P.S. Your mother asked if you're coming here at the weekend. I think she's still getting used to the fact her daughter's working a job, not tending a family. Aww. Can I get up?
A new job deserves a fresh journal.
New tutorial available. Your notebook contains your current to-dos. Overviews of characters and more. Access it through the radial menu. All right. Uh-huh. Oh. My notebook. Settle in. Unpack my belongings. Well, it's interesting they've got all this kind of historical explanation as well. Great, great.
I'm not letting you down, I swear.
Interesting. Lore. A bit of lore.
The last holiday we spent together as a family. I'm so glad Dad made us do it.
Trauma?
France was such a show-off that summer. Always trying to impress the girls. I wish you were here, Big Brother.
Alright, unpack my stuff. That's it. Give me an achievement for
No
it.
signal. The line must be dead. Maybe I should talk to Paula about it.
Paula. Wait, oh, I love it. Look, yes.
Hello?
Mr. Bauer is ready for you. He says at your own time. With him, that means as soon as possible.
Thank you.
She must
I'd
be
better get
Australian.
going then.
Good luck.
I love the comic book touches, and I think it's such an interesting style to go for this kind of game and setting. Really, I'll have to look up why they decided to do that. I do remember them saying they gave quite a lot of thought to it.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
I tried to use the phone before, but it looks like the line is dead.
Oh, I'm afraid your phone hasn't been connected just yet. It should be done by next week. Sorry for the inconvenience. The intercom works though, so you can always talk to me. Do you need something else?
Paula, where can I find Mr. Bauer's office?
It's the door on your left, at the end of the room.
Right, bye then.
That will be all for now. Thank you, Paula.
Always happy to help.
Miss Katz,
Oh,
welcome to the front line.
oh goodness.
Good morning, Dr. Bauer.
Just mister. We're working together. My name, as you already know, is Fritz Bauer, General Prosecutor. Much to the displeasure of the public, I insist on investigating the many crimes committed under the NSDAP. Most of them, of course, have long since gone cold. And nobody out there truly wishes for us, for you, to solve them. Or frankly, to even touch them.
Solve them I
A
will.
rather thankless job, may I say. Are you up for it?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I am, and I'm well aware of this.
You see, I'm not entirely sure of that. But no matter.
All right, great.
Miss Katz, I believe I have the perfect case for you to start with.
I'm listening.
Hans Naumann, an older gentleman, shot just before the end of the war.
And why does this fall under our jurisdiction?
The suspects. According to the victim's wife, her husband was taken by a uniformed man for no reason. He never came back. His body was found in a forest nearby after the war. Shot in the head.
Do we have any files? Any leads?
Yes, from the original investigation. Miss Naumann reported her husband's death to the police. A case was opened.
Ooh.
The public prosecutor's office investigated members of the NSDAP local group. They're suspects. However, no charges were pressed. Based on the investigation, Hans Naumann was lawfully executed.
Could that have been the case? Maybe the widow simply didn't know the reason for his arrest.
That is a possibility. The first thing that I'll need you to establish is why Hans Naumann was taken. Depending on the answer, we'll see if the case warrants a full investigation. I asked Mrs. Fisher to prepare a file. It should probably already be on your desk. I suggest you familiarize yourself with it and invite the widow to give a statement. Mrs. Fisher should be able to help you with that. It might also be wise to check the archives. You never know what is hidden in these old boxes. Maybe something about this official order mentioned in the discontinuation report. Ask Mr. Bournemouth for the keys. I believe he has a spare set. Good luck, Miss Cutts.
Alrighty.
Right. Get the keys, check the files, and invite the first witness. And I'll need a refresher on the Nazi hierarchy. Understanding the chain of command will be crucial.
Okay.
Paula did say to ask her if I needed anything.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Oh, please, forgive the mess.
Christoph.
I'm afraid I didn't have the time to clean up.
Oh, Christoph.
Miss Katz, right?
Esther Katz, nice to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine. Christoph Wollmuth. Christoph, preferably.
Yes.
I try to be on first name basis.
Oh, we'll be on a first name basis, Christoph.
Is that usual here?
Not from what I can tell.
Let's stick to the usual then, shall we?
Oh, burn, Esther.
We are a small team. I'd love to tell you that we are small and tight-knit, but, well, happy to have more people join the fight. Especially someone like you.
Christoph. Someone like me? What do you mean?
And what do you mean by that?
Well, you're a woman.
Oh. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Sorry. What I meant to say is, you're a woman and a prosecutor. That didn't sound better.
No.
Maybe just a little bit.
Right. Well, high time. That's it, in short.
Oh, I
Right.
think we're gonna bang.
Again, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay. Likewise.
Likewise.
I'm looking forward to working
All right,
alongside
Christoph,
with you.
you're laying it on a bit thick now. Actually, Christoph, I did want to ask you something whilst we were flirting there. Sorry, I'm back.
Well, hello. What can I do
I'm
for
back,
you?
Christoph. I missed you.
Mr. Bauer said you have the keys to the archive?
I do. We all. Oh, despair. I tend to keep 2 sets, as I'm somewhat prone to displacing them. Just let me find it. And there it is. The master key. Be aware of its gifts.
The master key?
It's from a story I used to read. Don't mind me. Good luck in the archives.
All right, let's go, baby. That's my room. That's the conference room. That's the kitchen. Don't know what that is.
The door is locked.
But I've got the master key.
Ooh, the smell. Brings me back to all the nights at the library.
Okay. To find the archive case file you're looking for, you need to connect a name to an archive number. Okay, how do I do that? Is it going to tell me anything more than that? You then search for that number in the bookshelf. Okay. How do I do that, though? Do I maybe need to do other stuff first? Oh, there's old Adolf. Right, what is, let's just look at our, Naumann. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. You can enlarge any document by clicking on it. You can also add labels. Detailed document viewing and labeling. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Oh, we can go detailed here. How do I unlabel this? Oh, this isn't going to do well for my attention-addled mind. The investigation into the death of Hans Naumann from Munich has revealed he fell victim to a violent crime. 4 possible suspects, right? So this is quite useful. We should... what does this do? Faultman, Kaibitz, Schickert, and Schwarz. Faultman, Kaibitz, Schickert, and Schwarz. Let's look for these people. They were the suspects. They might not be in this. I don't know. Faultman, Kaibitz, Schickert, and Schwarz. Okay. Don't know if this is how I am supposed to be doing this. I just thought, well, those were the names, so. Okay, I don't think this is right. That's not right. Well, anyway. I think maybe I need to come back here at some... when I've read all the information. There's my door. Okay. Oops, that's just... Dad, I don't want to look at it again. Right. Okay, so it does that, right, okay. And what does this do? Was that, okay. We've just got the old case, that's all we've got at the moment. Okay, so, Mr. Baustimin. The police investigation is thus considered closed. We turn the case over to your prosecutor's office, okay. Ah. I like that you can do little things like this. Okay, so maybe that number I need to look for? I don't know if that's what they meant, because that was... A dead body was reported to the police. The deceased was identified. The autopsy revealed he was killed by that. No other injuries were found. The victim's widow filed a criminal complaint against unknown persons. So on the May the 10th, 1945, and she filed a criminal complaint August the 8th. 1945. And then April the 28th. Okay. All suspects testified the victim was guilty of treason and was therefore lawfully executed. The evaluation of whether a crime has been committed is the responsibility. Okay. Okay. And that's all we've got right now. Oh, wait, there's more. Is there more? There was like an arrow there. Block warden Mittermoser saw a man climbing up the block's flagpole, attempting to tear down the Reich flag and replace it with a white flag. Mittermoser ordered the perpetrator to stop and attempted to apprehend him. The perpetrator attacked him and fled the scene. The block warden was injured in result. Mittermoser certainly recognized a young resident of the block, Jan Naumann, as the perpetrator. Local group leader Faultman immediately set up a detachment to arrest and interrogate the suspect. Right, so that's the guy that... died, and then we've got a picture of the flag being torn. Right. Sure, this we'll all look back over this for evidence. So the preliminary proceedings against these guys. In the above mentioned proceedings, we made the following decision: the proceedings shall be discontinued pursuant. The victim was a communist insurgent who carried out highly treasonable actions in a wartime situation and therefore deserved to be killed. Okay, the execution ordered by the district leader was carried out according to the law. Okay. Alrighty. Faultman, Kaibitz, Schickert, and Schwarz. An act may be punished only if it were punishable by law before the act was committed. Wait, so let me read that again. An act may be punished only if it was punished by law before the act was committed. I see. So when they did it, it wasn't against the law, is what I was trying to say there. Anyone at home or as a German abroad who abets the hostile power during a war against the Reich causes a disadvantage to the military power of the Reich or its allies will be sentenced to death. It's not possible to carry out further investigations in the case. The suspect acted according to the contemporary laws. So it kind of rests on, did he create a treasonous act? Was he treasonous? Please tell us what happened. This is Herbert Schwartz. I remember that my esteemed colleague Alfred Faltman, group leader of the local group I tasked with catching the criminal, came to my office. He told me they got the traitor and gave his report from the arrest so I could issue the official documents. I went together with Mr. Faltman out into the hallway. With crimes of this severity, I always give the same order, the order to execute. I then told my driver to come with me to my office. The others went to the prisoner to carry out my orders requested. Your driver, what for? There was already unrest in the country because of the Americans who were just flooding in like flies. I wanted to set up alternative routes for my driver to avoid these Americans and still make it to my appointments. Shortly thereafter, there was already a polite knock at the door, and group leader Faltman reported to me that the insurgent had been successfully executed. Okay. Now, what else did I need to do? Pause menu, dialogue log, notebook. Ask Paula to invite the first witness. Request documents on Nazi hierarchy. Well, let's do that. Look for unfiled documents about the resistance. Okay, in the archive. Okay, let's have a little chat with our pal Paula.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
You. I need some documents.
I need some additional files.
Something specific?
I need more details regarding NS organizations. Chains of commands, ranks, and badges. Anything you can get your hands on.
Of course, I'll get right to it. Anything else?
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
Ludmilla Naumann, the victim's widow. I want to hear her version of what happened.
Of course. I'm on top of it. Anything else?
Thank you, Paula.
That's it,
that will
baby.
be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
Thank you. I love you. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Bauer's witch hunt. Oh dear, that's us, isn't it? Look for unfiled documents. What's this? The insurgent. He was shot in the head. Okay. Look for unfiled documents about the resistance in the archive. I'll do it! I don't quite understand how the archive works. I think it means this section, right? Interesting. Is this it? Let me just have a look on the notebook. Have a little look at my notebook. It's good that you don't have to keep going back to your desk to look at the case file, because I'd find that annoying. HN 1945, was that 4 HN? I don't think that was a number. It was all like 8s and 9s, wasn't it? Maybe we're just... I'm a bit confused with the archive stuff. I'm just gonna see if I go through stuff. Will it kind of might be like, yes, this is what you need to see? Because I'm not quite sure. Is there something? Is this the section I'm looking at, or? It said the resistance though. I don't think this is. I've looked at that, and then I've looked at the end one. I might have to look up again what it means by the archive. So I have to say, it's not a very big archive. I was expecting like a huge library. No. It's just one room. Look for unfiled documents about the resistance. Girl, I don't get it. You first need to connect a name to an archive number using the file cabinet. You can then search for that number in the bookshelf. Right. Okay. So let's use the file cabinet. This might be the last thing I do in this first impressions, but it'd be good to get to the witness at least. It's probably going to wait for me to do this bit, isn't it? So it's just showing me that. But I don't think oh, Nauman, there she is. Okay, fine. 7JN1956. So she was the 7JN. So is that just going to pop up, or was that already there? It's not there, though. Unless it's... Ah. What's this? Here we go.
Found them. These seem relevant to our case.
Yeah. Germans and national comrades in this most difficult time for our nation. More than ever, the responsibility for Germany's fate rests on all of us shoulders. All Germans are called upon to fight against the traitors in our own country. The resistance is to be disarmed. Anyone who propagates or approves of any measures that would weaken our resistance against the enemy is a traitor, must be shot. Citizens, the war is over. The oppressors have lost. Do not defend the city against the allies. Avoid unnecessary bloodshed. Tear down the right flags. Raise the white flags. Liberate Bavaria. It does seem relevant. Okay.
Paula, how often do I need to tell you that my plaque belongs on my door and not on the floor?
Oh, Simon
voice.
Peters.
Oh no.
And how often do I need to remind you that I am not your handyman?
Just fix my door, Paula!
Ugh, no. No. There's no way it's Peters.
Not Simon
no.
Peters.
I need to check it. Please let it not be him.
Uh-oh. It's Peters. It's Simon Peters, everybody. I don't know who that is. She's got history.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Paula. That will be all for now.
Paula, that's it.
Here
but-
if you need anything.
Yeah, thanks, bestie. I love you. Oh, now his name's on the door. Oh, it's Simon. It's Simon Bloody Peters.
This better be about my door, Paula.
Oh, look who it is.
Tell me this is a joke.
I thought the same.
My thoughts exactly.
Falda, what are you doing here, Katz?
Nice.
Funny. I was just about to ask you the same thing.
I work here, Katz. I'm Mr. Bauer's right-hand man. And I'm so sorry, but we don't really do marriage disputes for bored housewives here, you know?
As a matter of fact, I work here as well.
Yeah, shove it.
And I must say, this job just got much less appealing.
Just my luck. So you're the new hire, Katz.
Well, everyone
In
else
the
knew
flesh.
it.
You won't last a week.
You did, so I'm sure I managed.
Yes!
Just you
Burn,
watch.
Queen.
I'll outlast you, you'll see.
Classy, as always. You know what? I don't have time for this. Get out of my office, Cuts. Try not to embarrass yourself.
There's
What
nothing
a
left for me
jerk.
to do. I should call it a day.
Ending the day. How do I do that? Go out, just walk out the door. End the day, begin the new chapter. Okay. I am going to end this first impressions relatively soon, but let's just knock into the next day and see what happens. I'm liking, as you can tell, I'm liking this because I don't want to end. Let's go. I just want to start the interviewing process.
Miss Katz, if you'd have a moment.
A moment, yeah.
Yes, Paula?
I found some documents you asked for. They're waiting in your inbox. Oh, and there was a call for you. Asked for you to call back. I wrote down the number, left it with the files.
But my phone isn't working.
Who called me?
I'm afraid he didn't give a name. An older man, I'd say. Sounded very proper, even if he did ignore my questions. Oh, he referred to you just by name. Esther.
I have an inbox?
We all do, apart from Mr. Peters. He demands everything be handed to him personally, as if we weren't already understaffed.
What a
I set
little
yours on your
jerk.
desk. It's where I'll be leaving any letters or files for you. And a daily agenda, if that's needed.
Thank you, Paula. Time to get started.
I wrote down a number. You should call back. Mrs. Nauman will be arriving soon. Please update Mr. Bauer after the interrogation. Ooh, okay. The regalia. Okay. The party structure began to intertwine with and subsume that of the state apparatus. While state and regional governments were not outright dissolved, their significance and authority were heavily diminished. Yeah. The head of the Gau stood at Gauleiter, appointed directly by Hitler, responsible for coordinating all party-related activities in the region. To facilitate these goals, the Gau authority often overlapped and overruled that of local officials. The German army. The Schutzpolizei, the protection police. It's so interesting, man. I find all this stuff really, really interesting. Officers of state police were divided into branches such as patrol, traffic, or barrack police. Depending on the department's location, they could also include water or aviation units. During the war, the barrack police branch, the Schupo, formed the core of the police battalions. New documents available.
I still can't believe Peters is working here. Peters?
Not Peters.
I wonder if anybody can tell me how this happened.
Maybe my good friend Christoph. Oh!
Paula?
Mrs. Naumann just arrived. I showed her to the conference room.
Thank you. I'll be right there.
Interrogations. Oh. Paula will inform you. You can then enter the conference room to start questioning the witness. You can ask them about their version of events. Right, we'll do a little bit of this, and then we're going to stop there. Otherwise, I'll play the whole game on this. There's a cat!
Well, hello. And who would you be?
Marlene!
My son turned out to be allergic, so Mr. Bauer agreed to have her stay here for now.
Bloody Marlene!
Looking forward to working with you, Marlene.
Bye. Oh, wisha.
Oh, hello, Marlene.
Talk to cat.
Meow. Oh, hello, Marlene.
Pet.
Oh, I'm glad you are so cooperative.
Little sweetie. Yes, man. 10 on 10.
You must be Mrs. Naumann. Thank you for coming. My name is Esther Katz. I am one of the prosecutors in Attorney General Bauer's team.
Good morning, Miss Katz. I am very grateful that you found the time. The last prosecutor who looked into my husband's death didn't even speak to me. He dismissed the case, claiming my husband was rightfully executed as a traitor.
I will certainly try to find out what happened to your husband, ma'am. But first things first. I know it's not easy, But please take me through the day your husband was taken.
Ooh, look at this. This is why I wanted to do this bit.
It was in April 45, only days before the Americans came.
Where were you that day?
Home. We lived in a small house. Hans was upstairs when the doorbell rang, before someone hammered against the door.
Let's have a look at this. You can focus on certain objects. There are optional and story-related interaction objects harnessed in different colours.
Do you remember what time of the day it was?
Oh.
We just had lunch, so it must have been close to 1 p.m.
Okay. This is cool.
Did you and your husband live alone?
No, there was also our son Jan. He insisted on staying with us to help around the house, at least until the end of the war. But he wasn't in. He went out in the morning before we woke up.
Okie dokie. So I can't see if there's anything else I can look at. I think there's gotta look everywhere.
When you opened the door, who was it?
There were 2 men. One of them was pointing a gun at me.
Do you remember what they looked like?
Both wore uniforms. Brown ones, if I'm not mistaken.
Were those men from the police?
No. There weren't police, and there weren't soldiers either. Maybe some kind of party officials or something. One of them was small, thin. He wore glasses, I remember that. The second man was bigger. He was the one pointing the gun at me. He seemed to be in charge.
What made you think that?
He had 2 golden stripes on his uniform, and he was bossing the small one around. He yelled and waved his gun around to scare me.
Oh, okay. You may get the chance to interrupt them by pressing right-click or Q in time. Okay.
Let me stop you for a second. These stripes on his uniform...
Said gold stripes on his uniform.
Could one of these be the badge you saw?
Oh no, I selected the wrong document.
Let me see.
No!
I don't see it. They demanded to speak to Mr. Naumann. The gun was still there and... I was just so afraid I couldn't even move.
I thought it was gold stripes.
Hans came down and asked them what they wanted. They demanded to know if there was anyone with us. When we said no, the smaller guy looked in the other rooms. He found no one. It was only Hans and I. Then the big one told Hans that he had to come with them for questioning.
Did they say why they were questioning him?
No, they did not. They ignored Hans when he asked for their reason. Then everything happened so fast. The small one said they'd let him go if our son would turn himself in. Then they just herded him out, like an animal.
Oh, can I walk around now? Oh, I can. Oh, this is cool.
Did you see something outside?
It has been a while, I'm not exactly sure. There was a car, I think. Yes, one of those big, terrible trucks that they used.
I remember them. They were just everywhere.
I'm gonna go upstairs, can I? No, I can't. Don't think I can do anything else. Oof.
This was the last time I saw him alive. Me and my son never got the chance to say goodbye.
What was that man's comment about your son?
Jan. He was living with us at that time, but he didn't show up that night or the following. He got into some trouble. Bad trouble.
Do you think the men were looking for your son?
I believe so, yes. At least that's what they said.
Wait a second. I think it was mentioned somewhere.
All right. Think I'm gonna be bad at this? Yeah.
Please, take a look.
Yes!
Oh God. Here it is. He recognized him as Jan Naumann. I can't believe there was proof all along. And the former prosecutor just dismissed it. How could he?
I wish I knew. I am really sorry. Please, continue. What happened upon your son's return?
When Jan finally came back, it was already too late. We asked the authorities about Hans, but they pretended not to know anything. After war, my husband was found dead in a forest nearby. Shot. I believe he died the same day they took him.
I would really like to talk to your son about it.
You and I both, dear.
Oh, where's the sun?
But I am afraid that's not possible. Jan died only a few
Darn it.
months after his father. Pneumonia. Hans was innocent. They killed him, and that's murder. No matter what they call it.
I hear you, Mrs. Naumann.
Please, Miss Katz, will you find the man?
I will do my very best.
Thank you.
We will let you know if we have enough for an indictment. Please, Paula will help you to the door. Goodbye. I should update Mr. Bauer.
All right, I'm going to leave. That first impression there a little bit longer than I would normally like to do it, but I felt like I kind of wanted to give a feel of what the interview was like, because that's a very interesting part of this game. I remember playing a demo of it, and there's more of that kind of stuff to come as well. But there you go. I'm hooked on this. I'm not going to lie. I love the setting. Obviously, it's very couched within kind of real historical happenings and goings on. I love the art style. I love the kind of investigation element and walking around in people's memories. It feels like they've given a lot of thought to this. I love that there's a bit of rivalry going on with the other guy. We're obviously going to find out what happened with him, or kind of past with him. The characters, yeah, I'm really digging this. I'd love to know your thoughts. If you've been watching this, will you get this game? I didn't want to go too far, because you might be like, oh, this looks really good, I'd like to play it. So I kind of wanted to stop at some point, but I couldn't stop because it was such good fun. Yeah, I'm going to keep playing this for sure. I'm going to do a little save. There we go. And leave it there for now. Please do, if you like this, do give it a like. I'm going to try and do more of these like games that have come out in the past month or so. Like play... Well, it's normally supposed to be 30 minutes, but I couldn't stop this one. So, like, it'll probably be like 30 to 40 minutes normally. If you like the kind of stuff, if you've got games to recommend that I should check out. Obviously, I'm going to keep playing it after, but I just thought the whole point is like I stream a little bit and people see what the game is like, whether they think they would like to play it as well. Hopefully open people's eyes to new games that are coming out, and also just like have a bit of fun doing some shorter Let's Plays too. All right, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, once again, like and subscribe. Catch me on Twitch as well. I'm on twitch.tv/Cressup. See ya!